3 years ago, I learned what betrayal sounds like. It isn't shouting. It isn't even the slam of a door. It's quieter, like a blade being sheathed. My father's words rasped against my ear. "You're dead to us." They didn't just cast me out. They erased me. My name scrubbed from the ledgers, my accounts frozen, my inheritance signed into my brother's hands. And the worst of it? My mother couldn't meet my eyes as they signed the order. I had built empires for them, negotiated deals worth billions. I was the one with the vision. But power was never meant for me. It was meant for the obedient son, the one who smiled, bowed, and waited. I was their weapon, disposable. So I disappeared. Surgery carved a stranger's face into my skin. The world thought I drowned on a yacht off Okinawa. My father paid for the headlines. My brother delivered the eulogy. My mother cried on cue. And Tokyo moved on. But I didn't. The signs of betrayal were there before the fall. The hushed calls behind closed doors. The sudden freezes in conversation when I entered a room. The documents I signed that later vanished. At first, I told myself it was stress, misunderstandings. Then came the proof. A message on my brother's phone. I only saw it because he left it on my desk by mistake. It's done. He won't see it coming. Father says the board votes tomorrow. We'll cut him off clean. That was the night my heart stopped beating for them. I smiled through dinner, drank the sake, and nodded to their plans. But inside, I was already gone. I didn't rage, I didn't beg, I planned. For 3 years, I studied the game they thought they owned. Offshore accounts, shell companies, cryptographic keys hidden in plain sight. My father raised me to be ruthless. He just forgot what happens when the student stops worshiping the teacher. I started with my brother. His weakness was simple: vanity. He liked his money loud. Cars, women, champagne pyramids. Easy to track, easier to exploit. I fed the right whispers to the right regulators. His empire of excess collapsed in audits and handcuffs. By the time he realized the trail led back to him, I had already burned the bridge. My mother, I spared her, but not her silence. The press found recordings, her voice agreeing to the plan to cut me out. "He won't fight back," she said. That line made headlines. She locked herself away. That was punishment enough. And my father, the architect of my ruin, I saved him for last. Tonight was his masterpiece. My funeral. They staged it grand, of course. A gilded hall in Shibuya, chandeliers dripping crystal tears, cameras flashing as Tokyo's elite wept over my empty coffin. Father in black, a stoic mask of grief. My brother's seat? Vacant. He's still rotting in a cell. I walked in under neon rain, face hidden beneath silicone and shadow. No one looked twice. To them, I was just another mourner. I moved through the crowd, pulse steady, every step rehearsed. At the altar, I stopped. My father raised his head and froze. His eyes flicked to the coffin, then back to me. Confusion, then denial. I peeled the mask away. His breath caught. Miss me? The room shattered into screams. Cameras clicked like gunfire. Phones lit up, live streaming the resurrection of the son he buried. I leaned close, just enough for him to hear the knife edge in my whisper. Everything you own is mine again. The board voted this morning. Your empire signed over to the ghost you created. He blinked, processing. Impossible, I cut him off. Your accounts are gone. Your partners abandoned you. And tomorrow, headlines will remind Tokyo exactly what you did to your own blood. His hand trembled against the coffin. For the first time in my life, I saw fear hollow out his eyes. That was the moment I let go. The revenge wasn't in his ruin, it was in his recognition. In that instant, he knew the truth. I was the son he should have feared, not the one he groomed. I left him there, choking on the funeral incense, cameras closing in like wolves. I didn't need to watch the empire burn. I had already lit the match. Outside, the rain had eased. Tokyo's lights shimmered on the wet streets, reflecting 1,000 faces that weren't mine. I touched the skin of my new face, the stranger I'd become, and felt something I hadn't in years: freedom. They thought exile killed me, but I was never their prisoner. I was their reckoning. And tonight, under the neon glow of the city that raised me, I buried them instead.